Note in interfaces. One class can implement several interfaces. Okay, so it can adhere to a lot of contracts, a lot of protocols. Okay, just to give you an example, if we go to the web to the Java API, basically where all the Java classes are defined, and we go to the class string, which you probably know by now quite well. String has a lot of methods, right? So it has equals and it has a lot of things. Now, look at this. This is really interesting. String inherits from object. Okay? So let's look at some methods from the class object. So if I click here, I go to the class object, which is the parent class of a lot of things. So object has an equals method, for example. Okay? An equals method. If I go back to my string class, string is here. I'm going to go look at the methods down in the page. Method summary. Let's go to the equals method. Method inherited from object here. Clone, finalize, get class, notify, wait, right? What happens to the equals method? It's been overridden here. Where is it? Equals, right? So it's overridden here. But inherits from objects. A lot of methods from the string come from object, the superclass. So Java string extends object, but also implements 3 interfaces. Car sequence, for example, says that any string, any object implementing a car sequence should have method car at, length, subsequence, and toString. These 3 methods are implemented in the string class because a string implements a car sequence. Therefore, it must implement these 4 methods. Okay? That's why those methods are in the string class. Now, there's also a comparable interface. The comparable interface, if we scroll down to see the methods, it only forces you to implement one method, compare to. Okay? And that's why the string class has a compare to method. So the string class has several methods, and some come because it needs to respect the serializable interface, the car sequence interface, which gives it equals and toString and car add and other, and the comparable interface, which gives it compare to, and so on and so on. So you can implement a bunch of interfaces, and on top of that, you can inherit from one class. The good thing about this is that by implementing a lot of interfaces, your object can go into variables of any of these types. So I can have variable of type car sequence that can hold a string. Okay, I can do that, and you can implement a lot of these. Okay, but you can only inherit from one class.